Where's the best breakfast spot in Montreal, Geoffroy?
I like Le Frier. It's pretty cool for brunches, actually. So
Okay.
I'll go there for breakfast, for lunch as well. Yeah,
For those of us that don't spell French well,
yeah.
can you spell that or at least give us an intersection?
Le Frier. So it's L apostrophe Oeufrier. There are a few in Montreal.
Okay. And is it like what's your poison? Eggs Benny?
Uh, Everything.
You're just a breakfast guy.
Yeah, everything. I mean, that's I don't have any, and what I like about it is that you basically have lots of choices. So, and what I like is also the marketing. So you basically pick up a meal and you don't even know what this is. Like Charles s'en va en vacances. It's the name of the meal you're going to eat. So what the hell is Charles s'en va en vacances? And it's what Charles s'en va en vacances. So I like the marketing. Maybe it's why I like the place.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? Anyway, so tell me about Livescale. You guys are one of the success stories that are growing through the pandemic.
Yeah.
You're I don't want to say hiring like crazy. I don't want to overplay it, but you've already hired 2 people this week.
Yeah.
A completely virtual process. You're still growing. Give us the elevator pitch. What exactly is Livescale up to? And how has things changed in this whole war for talent in the last 2 months?
Yeah. So LiveScale, we're providing a white label live shopping solution for brands that basically want to use live video to sell products online. So one example are L'Oreal brands that we're working with. They use our solution to do weekly events where basically employees, influencers will talk about the brand, show products, do some tutorials as well. And within the video experience, the audience will be able to purchase the products in just 2 clicks. So that's allowing basically brands to increase engagements with their audience, as well as obviously the sales. So we see high conversion rate in terms of sales and high engagement rate in terms of audience as well. So that's what we do at LiveScale. Yeah.
So you mentioned influencers.
Yeah, influencers, because most brands are working today with influencers to basically represent them on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, any other social media. So they know what the brand is about. They know what their audience are expecting in terms of content, in terms of information as well. So it's basically a good combination of the both. Yeah.
So do you find then, and this is going to be a personal question,
Yeah.
and don't be embarrassed because we all have guilty pleasures. Is it safe to say then, from a business perspective, you enjoy watching shows like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and Love is Blind and Too Hot to Handle, where they're basically just Instagram influencer farms that just generate massive traffic? Or are you more inclined to like read books and stuff and not watch garbage TV?
A little bit of both, because you need to watch this kind of shows. So Love is Blind is a good example of shows that are being very popular these days on Netflix. So you have to watch this to really understand the audience expectation. So for sure, we're working with clients where I'm not a makeup person myself. It's not today, but
That's all
maybe one
natural.
day. Yeah, it's all
That's
natural. Yeah, that's
wow.
all natural. That's perfect. But you have to really understand what the trends are about to better understand what the audience expectation will be. Then I'll be more on the reading side of things than the Love is Blind side of things, but it's important to really understand the world we live in and what the audience and our clients' audience expectations will be as well.
Understood. Okay, so Geoffroy, we were introduced via Real Ventures.
Yeah.
We also have in common. What advice would you give for other founders, not necessarily in a space that's booming right now? Like the market's very uncertain. There's a lot of instability. It's not safe to go outside. What advice would you give for other founders that went from 2 months ago, just go, to right now saying, what the hell?
Yeah, so it will depend on where the founder and what stage they are, but it's always in this kind of complicated period that you will see new businesses, new creativity being shown. So if the founder was basically finalizing a round, it's for sure it's a bit more complex, because VCs are more inclined at looking at their existing portfolio in terms of businesses and trying to really help the investments that they've already done. So it really depends the position of the VC, but again, it's always a good spot and a good moment for creativity and to come up, maybe to pivot from your original idea to a new idea based on the situation and what can bring. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So these two people that you just hired, you mentioned that one was in Denmark and the other was in, I think, Hong Kong, you mentioned.
So that was a previous hire. So last year, so we did last year some interviews online already, and today this week we've welcomed two new people. So Jennifer and Francis as part of the team, and the hiring process was also online. But what's new as well is that they're join us online as well. So that's the first in the company, obviously, to have someone joining your team for real, directly from their home, from their bedroom, basically.
And you're still growing. You have a number of open jobs still.
Yeah, correct.
Walk us through what you're hiring for and why these people should care about you.
Yeah. So we basically doubling the team until this summer. So that's obviously huge for us in terms of growth. So we're fortunate to be to have a company and to be in a business where the current situation is impacting us positively. So again, we're lucky for that. And the persons that we're hiring are going to help us scale our solution to welcome even more clients and to target even more industries as well as e-commerce domains. And we'll have a part as well on marketing, because live shopping is still very new to the Western countries. It's been something going on for a lot of years in Asia. So it's been booming for the past years. It's close to 10% in terms of e-commerce revenue in China, for example, last year. So it's really huge, and it's just coming to Western countries. So we could see this trend arriving this year. With COVID-19, obviously it's accelerating. So yeah, people joining will work on the tech side of things and on the marketing to really evangelize, educate people of what live shopping is about, because it's not just using our solution, but it's also thinking of what concept, what kind of events you want to do, what message you want to share with your audience, with your clients during these regular live shopping events.
And so how big is the team now?
So right now we're 13 and growing to 18 before summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So as founder or co-founder?
I'm partner at the moment.
Partner.
Yeah.
How has your journey changed? Like, is this overwhelming? Is this exciting? Is this terrifying? Like, how are you holding up?
It's a mix of everything, but at the end, it's all very motivating. I mean, the situation like 4 weeks ago, like a bit more than a month ago, when basically it was announced that all the events was stopped. So when Legault, the Quebec Prime Minister, announced that all the events were blocked, we were at Palais des Congrès, where our usual office is. And so we're working with Palais des Congrès as well to help with their events and everything. And that's where we really realized that things were going to change drastically. So on this day, and that was Virgil's birthday, so he turned 40 that day, we announced basically that we were reopening an old solution, so our social media streaming platform, to all the companies that were in need to do some live streaming on social media. Because we realized that the situation would be bad, would be good for us, because we already had a lot of calls of companies that wanted to know more about who we are, what we do in terms of business, and how we could help them as well. So we decided to open this old solution that we have for free to help as many companies as we could. So like a month ago, it was like we're starting to have like 10, 20 calls per day from clients looking for live streaming solution, not really sure about what they wanted to do. So they were really acting in sense of emergency. So things like live streaming, I used to do physical events. I know that I did some live streaming activities in the past. How can I take these live streaming activities to the next level to help me with the current situation and everything? So yeah, for us, it's a change in terms of business perspective. It has changed in terms of team perspective as well, because being all remotely from our homes, you realize that a lot of informal communication happens during the day at the office. You go grab a cup of coffee, you have a beer as well, maybe not at 11:30, but later during the day. So all this basically things happening at the office, you share a lot of information, and you really realize it when you're all at your homes, at your place. You realize that this communication is somehow missing. So you need to obviously also adapt your working habits due to that.
So it's an interesting point that the adjusting working habits. We went from, say, 15 years ago, everyone worked 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There was factory and production type people that worked on shift and all that kind of stuff. One thing that I've really noticed as a change that I think those with more hair than me, I'll say younger. I'll
And
say
me as well. I'm
you've
just.
got way more hair than me. Um, I have seedlings. I'm bald by choice. Anyway, we grew up where infomercials
Yeah.
started at like midnight, 1 a.m. And you could buy, I remember the Ginzu steak knife that could cut through a pop can and,
Ginzu, yeah.
ridiculous stuff that no one really needs, but you can only really buy on the TV
Yeah.
at some ridiculous time in the morning when you should be sleeping. And now you can literally buy anything, anywhere, anytime. Um, I've heard and I've read somewhere that drunk online shopping is a major thing. Um, and I'm assuming there's some sort of analytics in your platform where you can see when purchases are made and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
With COVID and people being cooped up, like everyone is eating more, drinking more, sleeping less, watching more TV. They're consuming more. It's a stress reaction. Have you seen like a big influx of when people are making purchasing decisions? And do you think COVID is not just helping people influence the idea of acquiring more things, but do you see different patterns of when they're doing that?
Yeah, so on the drunk aspect of things, we don't know. We obviously don't know if how much beers or a glass of wine they're doing before watching the event. But what we know for sure is that yes, during the event, we see more and more people buying. So there's a bias on our solution because most of our clients' event happen at night, so between 7, 8, and 9 p.m. So that's where we can see that people are buying products during these live shopping events. But as a general trend when it comes to online shopping, and we can see really the trend going up across all the e-commerce industry in North America and across the globe, for sure this is changing the way people used to buy and are buying right now. So especially on the target group that is a bit older. So it's funny that you talk about Ginsu because this all the TV shopping and QVC, TSC like shows, this is all the kind of product they can sell, but this audience is already used to having a product presented in front of their face and being just grab a telephone to call this and to buy this. That's basically what we're offering as part of the live shopping solution. It's more techie and digital oriented, obviously, but it means that this audience, if they're in front of a live shopping event and the solution we're providing, they know the codes, they know how to buy products. So with the COVID, what we're basically seeing is this target group that was not really used to buy online and to use e-commerce as a purchase habit, they're moving now to e-commerce because they don't really have the choice. Otherwise, they have to go to a store to wear a mask. It's risky for them. They're very old as well. So we can really see, obviously, e-commerce booming and growing, and that's a big component of that.
So you're hiring for 5 distinct roles between now and the summer, and when the summer comes, I know we had snow in Ottawa yesterday.
Yeah.
Or the other day. You're hiring for communications, you're hiring for graphic design, you're hiring for front-end development, you're hiring for QA, I think it was.
Yeah.
Outside of the resume stuff, here's the tech stack I've worked with, here's the environments I've worked in, here's the level of experience I have, here are the outcomes I've delivered, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
What are the intangibles that all members of your tribe at LiveScale really represent and really exude? Like when you meet someone now,
just like this, yeah?
Just like this, what are the things that really make you say, wow, like this is someone that needs to be on our team? They may not have all of the 137 things that's on the job description, but like, what are the human aspects that really stand out for you as someone that needs to join the tribe at LiveScale?
Yeah, so there are a few actually. There are a lot actually. So we really look at the personality. So the personality is usually driven by past experiences. It could be within companies, it could be living in different countries, it could be working in on your own or working in startup environments, and also big groups as well. So all this diversity within your work experience is one component. Then we look also at what you do next to that. what kind of music you like. Are you a musician? Do you like painting? Do you like photography as well? So all these aspects that basically make a personality. And when you look at the team today at LiveScale, we have all this different personality, and that's what makes it work as well, is that all this personality, they get along very well together. We have a Japanese girl, we have a Hong Kongese girl, we have a Thailand girl, we have French people, they're always there, French people, look at myself. You have Canadian people.
Hold on. You're French?
Yes, I'm French.
Oh.
Damn it, you didn't see that coming, right? So yeah, we have a lot of nationalities, and that's really make the strength of the team. And we have music players. So now with Francis joining the team, we have a bass player. We also have, I'm a guitarist myself. We have a piano player as well. We have singers. So we are really looking at launching the LiveScale music band before summer. So stay tuned for our first songs and our first record. But yeah, that's really the kind of spirit. So looking at what diversity you have as part of your past work experiences, what diversity you have in terms of personality. You have been traveling a lot, you've been enriched by many different cultures, and in terms of hearts and things that you like to do next to that. So it's really a combination of all of this.
Okay, so you're a guitar player.
Let's talk about this.
I gotta ask, number one, you may not know this about me, considering this is our first conversation ever, outside of trading notes via email. Did you know that I'm actually pretty decent at piano?
Really? And you have a piano next to you?
You want to see my...
Oh, man.
A 3-octave spread right there.
Good.
Can I have a job?
Can you have a job?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I like to shop online. Why not? Anyway, that's a joke. It's not that I don't want to work there. I just, don't need one. But anyway, over the past month, what has surprised you the most about what you've learned about yourself?
Myself included?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good question. It's a good question. What has surprised myself? I think the fact that I actually love this kind of environment, a startup environment. So I've been working in startups in the past, but I always have questioned myself. It's always like you have always this uncertainty, factors like you don't know in 3 months where your company is going to be. You don't know if you're going to have the cash to continue your vision and everything. But then I realized, come on, that's what you like doing. Are you going to see yourself in the big corporation where you're like part of a team or department or head of the department or whatever, and you have basically just one role to do, but you can't get out of this frame? You're stuck within the frame, and you can't really contribute to others. And yeah, that's what I realized about myself, is that I always have this, regular doubt of, am I a right fit for startup environment? And with LiveScale, it was for me a confirmation that yes, that's what I want to do. That's also why I think I'm good at. It's not for me to say, but it's what I realize as well. And other people tell me so that's why I realized that the startup environment is something that is very exciting. And that's something that I can't see myself not being doing actually.
So if someone is comfortable with the uncomfortable and really challenging themselves and kind of helping shape the world of e-commerce through live streaming, I guess Instagram and the other platforms where not just large companies, but other companies can get their products out, they should join you if they're comfortable with being uncomfortable and really want to stretch themselves to get to that next gear. And
now the comfort is getting more comfortable with what's happening for the past weeks. But yeah, for sure. If you want to join a revolution in the industry of e-commerce, because that's what live shopping is bringing, a new way of consumption, of buying products, of really seeing what the value the products will bring to your purchase. Yeah, join us.
So the way you said comfortable reminds me of my first boss ever. He was French Canadian. He is French Canadian.
Okay.
And he always used to say government in a way that made me question. Can you say government for me? I just want to see if you have the same accent.
Government?
Oh, he always said government. I always enjoy that. Anyway, what's the website, and how can people get in touch and kind of show you that they want to be part of your tribe?
Yeah, so it's livescale.tv. So you can find everything on livescale.tv. The job descriptions are there as well, or on social media. You look for Livescale. We're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a Medium account. We are all over the place. So just feel free to send us a message, and we'll be happy to have a discussion with you.
Love it. Thanks so much for taking the time. Appreciate it. We'll get this out. Hopefully, drive some people your way. And I got to say, you're the first person that I've chatted with in years with a soul patch, and you're rocking it. So
thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
all right, you take care.
Bye.